loved her. Well, go out and love someone. I do her.
Have you told her?
No, you know me, I'm too shy.
Here, I could cable her.
Why not semaphore?
Arthur, you've got to declare yourself openly. Otherwise you'll stay right where you are.
Mitä? Niin. Joo. Joo. Hauska. Onko se silityksiä? Say hello to my little cows. Thanks for the raw milk, ladies. You are friendly and cute. Super nice cows. With the best raw milk. Thank you. You have the best raw milk. Yeah, those titties. Come on, ladies. Chill it out. Chill it out, boy. Or it's a girl. No fighting. Everybody has enough grass. Here's a little one. Mitä? Thanks. That's the best raw milk out of those. Oh, chill out. Chill out. Everybody has enough grass. Okay? And everybody can get a little bit of best science over here. Thank you. Yeah, raw milk. It's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty amazing. You can have your own freaking army of lady cows. Some of them even got horns. Hell yeah, am I right? Goddamn right. Moo! Raw milk. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it safe? Is it gonna cause salmon Nutella? You already know the answer if you follow base science. Because if you follow base science and you pay attention, you should have enough base knowledge to know the answer. So what is the answer? Write it down in the comments right now. I will wait 2 seconds. 1, 2, the answer is your environment. The answer is n equals 1. It's not yes or no answer. It depends on you and your environment and the environment and the cows who gonna give you their raw milk. That's also. Is it safe? Is raw milk safe? These freaking smooth brainers, they have to be either shields for the big pharma and the system, some freaking CIA agents or whatever, glow in the dark motherfuckers, or they have to be absolute freaking pasteurized smooth brainers because they think pasteurized milk is better than raw milk. Their logic is nature makes mistakes. They think about, is nature perfect? Does nature make mistakes? I think it does. I think it does. Why we should fuck up the nature system and put our little man-made ideas and pasteurize this milk. Now, there is a counter argument to that. Should we be even drinking the milk from the cow titties? Now it depends This is the key point of the video. It depends how much baby cow DNA you have in you. Some people have 0%. They drink milk, they shit blood. Now myself, I'm pretty much 80%, 90% baby cow DNA moo. So I can drink raw milk. I can even drink probably pasteurized garbage a little bit. No problem. Especially if my redox is high. What makes your redox high? That's basically the energy you create from your environment. This motherfucking thing over here, this thing over here. I would show my balls, my naked ass balls on the sun. But YouTube, that's not really thing for a YouTube video, huh? Now that was a joke, but it's all about you, your environment, the cow's environment. So raw milk, is it good or no? It depends. You need to learn, you need to have enough wisdom, enough knowledge to figure it out on yourself, or you can hire somebody who can say it firstly to you, and then you have to test it yourself to experiment what's really going on. For myself, I've been drinking that cow titty milk straight from the udder. No pasteurization, no homogenation, none of that man-made shit that destroy bunch of things in the milk. Bunch of things that help human beings. What's the freaking word? Metabolize the milk. That's not the word. You get the point. It destroys the lactate enzyme. So that's why many people are lactose intolerant. They don't get the enzyme because they only drink pasteurized, homogenized milk. It does destroy the lipid profile if they homogenized it. It probably destroys some, or probably it does destroy some of the nutrition. And raw milk is extremely safe. Human beings used to only drink raw milk for freaking thousands of years, before 100 years. So, and people back in the day were way healthier than us. That's one of the biggest scams out there. That people back in the day, 100 years ago, were so weak. But every evidence, every freaking thing you can see in your own life, if you have grandparents that were actually healthy, but pretty much every single point points out to that people in general were way better, especially those who lived in natural lives. Weston A. Price's book out there. So raw milk, should we even be drinking raw milk as a human beings? Now the Weston A. Price people, some of those traditional cultures, indigenous cultures, like the Maasai, like the people in the desert drinking camel milk, like a lot of people in the Middle East, a lot of people in Mongolia, Europe, all kinds of places. It's very traditional here in Finland to drink raw milk. So many people have drank raw milk, not pasteurized milk, for a long time, and all these people seem to be healthy. Now these days, a lot of people have insanely much problems with raw milk. Like I said, some people shit blood. A lot of people get autoimmune issues with raw milk. A lot of people get skin issues with raw milk. A lot of people get stomach issues with raw milk. A lot of people get brain issues. Some people even get heart problems and that kind of stuff. Now why is that? Well, we don't live here. That's the first issue, why people have all these allergies and issues with these foods that our ancestors didn't have. I don't think none of the Maasai feel bad drinking their cow milk, mixing it with the blood. I don't think any of the people in Middle East drinking their camel milk have any problems. I know my grandparents didn't have any problems drinking raw milk in Finland. So that's the first thing. Your environment is fucked up. You live in non-native EMF hellhole with a bunch of blue light. They geoengineering your cities and you cannot handle anything. That's the first thing I have also noticed in my 1 year experiment. In the summertime, when the sun is hot, and especially now when I got my circadian rhythms. Sorry if the wind is bad, I don't have the freaking thing that covers up the mic to block the wind. I'm sorry guys. So in the summertime I have no problems with the raw milk. It doesn't give me skin problems. It doesn't give me any problems. Now I don't drink raw milk every day. I only drink about glass a day in some days. That's how much I crave it these days. But when I drank it more last summer, in the summer I didn't feel problems at all. In the fall, in the winter, and I remind you, I was fucking things up back then, like quite a few things with non-native EMFs, blue light and circadian rhythms. I think the milk gave me some acne. It gave me some eczema, some skin problems, especially in the October, November, December era. But was it the milk or was it my blue light usage? Was it my non-native EMF usage? Was it my fucked up circadian rhythms? I think it was a combination. Was it that I was eating fruits, tropical fruits in fall and winter in Finland? I think it was all of that, because when I cut out the fruit, but I still had the milk, and I got my circadian rhythms in match, I started to spend outside all day. In most of the days, not every day. The milk didn't really give me acne anymore. Also, it started to be like spring day, and I started to get more sunlight. Now in summer, no freaking issues with the skin with the milk. Now, some things I also noticed in that fall winter time, drinking raw milk, it might have given me a little bit of brain fog. Like a little bit, not much, but I kind of felt like dip in my ability to think after drinking the milk. But again, it's probably a combination of all those things, because now I don't feel that at all. Like I said, now I'm drinking raw milk, I feel zero negative effects. Also, the cows here, they don't got that grass. They don't got this shit. This is the cow food, as you could see in the intro. They don't got that. They don't got the fields. They don't got the sun. The cows don't got the sun. They are eating hay. They are eating probably some oats or whatever. The farm I go is pretty much the best raw milk I can get in Finland. They got the heritage breed of cows, the Finnish heritage breed, A2A2 raw milk. It's pretty much organic farm, and the cows are outside all day in summer, and they eat only hay and maybe some oats in winter. They don't get pesticides, they don't get herbicides, they don't got any of that shit, except the ones they maybe get in from geoengineering, which is kinda unfortunate and shows how we fuck up our environment. So I have pretty good, I don't have the issues that I would have maybe with A1 cows or some commercial factory farm bullshit raw milk. That's when the safety can come issue, because the cows ain't healthy, so the milk is not gonna be healthy either. But so that's the point about the safety of the raw milk. If the cows are gonna be healthy, the milk is gonna be good. Does it still mean it's gonna be good for you? No. This comes to your environment, your background. Did your ancestors drink raw milk? Because some people really cannot handle raw milk, no matter how good the quality is. That's when you need to assess. If you hear some online person or you read some book or whatever, that's gonna tell you that raw milk is gonna freaking do everything for you. You're gonna draw a freaking third dick. You're gonna freaking get jacked as Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. You're gonna get shredded from raw milk, 1 gallon of raw milk a day. That's that TikTok pasteurized thinking. That's that smooth brainer retardation that's in every influencer pretty much does these days. They give you yes or no answer. Raw milk is gonna be so good for you. Or some people, raw milk so dangerous. Even though spinach causes more freaking food poisonings. And pasteurized milk causes more food poisonings than raw milk. I can say I have never had any stomach issues with raw milk. Only issues that I had with combination of those things that I mentioned in the fall and winter were some skin issues and some brain fog, kind of fatigue, little bit, not that bad. So I can handle raw milk just fine because I got those baby cow genetics. But I don't really crave it. Now it's windy again. I don't really crave it incredibly much anymore, but I love the taste. The taste is incredible, and I love to go to the farm like you see, pet the cows, talk with the farmers. They're super nice based people, this older couple. So I love the experience to go get that raw milk. And I feel like in the summertime especially, there's no problems because the cows are outside all day, eating their natural diet, getting sunlight, being grounded. So the milk is gonna be better. And I have never heard anybody get any food poisoning, any of those issues with raw milk in my life. Now, you have to assess, this is the critical part. If you wanna try raw milk, find the best source you can and get the raw milk, get a little bit first, drink the raw milk and see what happens. If you start to have negative effects, even though your influencer's gonna say, all you need is raw milk, you only need raw meat and raw milk. I see so many of those comments in the raw meat community, in the Argenus community, in the black bill, wanna maximize my puberty community. Like, I know the young people are kinda smooth-brained anyways, especially these days, so they kinda have this black and white thinking, which is very bad. Because that leads to problems, because if you cannot handle the raw milk, no matter how good the quality is, but you religiously believe that raw milk is the answer to my problems, raw milk is the hopium you wish you have, but it causes you problems, then you need to realize immediately it's the raw milk. Raw milk is not for me right now. Maybe I can do it in a better environment, but people in cities, especially in Europe, USA, freaking Canada, Australia, the Great Britain, these countries, like the cities are 5G hellholes. There's a good chance you cannot handle raw milk. But do you need raw milk anyways? I don't think you never need raw milk. You are not a baby cow. You are not a baby cow, you're a human being, so you probably never need a raw milk. But also, if you can handle raw milk and you get good quality raw milk, it doesn't cause you issues, it's fantastic nutrition. Also, one good thing about raw milk is you can ferment the raw milk to make it sour milk or clobbered milk or kefir, and these things can be really good nutritious option also. They can be great for your stomach, but the best thing your stomach problems is the sun. Get your bare tummy out. That's why I have never gotten salmon Nutella. Actually, that's not the reason. But get your bare tummy out in the sun, higher the UV, higher the solar field, the better it's gonna be. That's the best for your tummy issues. But some people might have relief drinking some fermented raw milk, and I I really like fermented raw milk. I drink that many days also, or not many days now, but today I drank some fermented raw milk. So if you cannot handle like raw milk fresh when it's got that sugar in there still, when it's the most delicious, even though fermented raw milk is also very delicious, I really like the sour taste. But if you can't handle the fresh raw milk, you can try also sour milk. It's very easy to make. You can check Excellence Health video how to make raw milk. Basically just leave it outside. You just leave it in the glass jar. You leave the raw milk outside, and depending how hot the environment is, it takes about 36 to 48 hours and you got some fermented sour milk, and if you leave it longer it's even more sour. So some people that cannot handle the fresh raw milk can handle fermented raw milk, but some people cannot handle even that. And I don't think it's the answer to any big problems. Like some people try to sell it like that's gonna be the answer to your digestive issues, that's gonna be the answer to this or that. I don't think raw milk is gonna be the answer to that. Now what I say is it might help you grow in your puberty. That I think might happen, but this is way more important. Being in a good environment is way more important. But then raw milk can add to that if you can handle raw milk, because raw milk is weight gaining food. If you wanna gain weight, if you wanna now I'm not gonna even go talk about the muscles and shit, because that doesn't really matter. Like if you just wanna build muscles but you cannot think anymore, your heart's not gonna work optimally, your brain is not gonna work optimally, I'm not about it. Base science not about it. The most important thing is we can think, we can freaking use our brains, and our heart works good. Our vascular system works good. Those are the most important things. And you can have incredible strength without big muscles. So just see the Sherpas in Himalayas and what they do. They freaking carry our little Western freaking gym going shredded people's bags in the Himalayas because they get gassed out, and then there's little Sherpa dudes come and take massive loads in high altitude, no freaking problem. Why can I do it? Because of the UV is super high, and the altitude also helps. Their environment, they have been adapted perfectly to that environment there then, and they're basically superhuman. And they probably have some buffalo raw milk sometimes. I know they have some raw butter there. That's one of their favorite energy sources for the Sherpas. Anyway, you get the point. Raw milk 1 year, it's good for me. I crave it the most in summer. That's the best time for raw milk. In the winter it caused me some problems, a little bit. In the summer, no problems. But what happened to me is probably not what's gonna happen to you. That's what you have to realize. You have to try it yourself. You have to search the best raw milk you can, because the quality is important when it comes to raw milk. And you have to see it yourself what it does to you. It can help you grow. It can be very beneficial. As we can see in many traditional cultures, dairy products, raw dairy products have been huge in many parts of the world. And they seem to work extremely well for those people. And that's also what I think. It's all about your environment. It's all about the environment the cows are in. And more we try to do our little man-made magic, which is the magic that doesn't work. More we try to put our little fingers in the process of making the raw milk, messing up with the cows that produce the raw milk, the more we fuck up and the worse the raw milk is gonna be, and the more we live in an environment that's not made for human beings, the worse the raw milk is gonna be. And some people, you just don't have the baby cow genetics, so forget about it. Raw milk, raw dairy ain't for you. Go fish or something. See you later. But guess what? This thing is for everybody. Right over there. That thing is for every human being. And if you are allergic to that, just remember, you fucked up hugely in the past, but probably you're gonna you can reverse it. Probably. No guarantees. There's no guarantees in nature. That's natural selection. See ya.